to Pasadena and the majestic Rose Bowl, one of the unique settings in all of sport. This year's Rose Bowl, presented by Prudential, is a crucial part of the college football playoff. Hi, folks, and welcome to this highly competitive matchup, as we'll see the number 22 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the 5th-ranked team, the Ole Miss Rebels. 3A Sports, I'm Chris Fowler, joined in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get this thing going. Away to get us going here. And he takes this from inside the 5. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. The Texas Longhorns offense comes on the field to open this game. This quarterback has earned a reputation as being one of the elite guys in the sport for just an electric skill set.
Yeah, this is a guy that can really do everything for you. They do a nice job of building their offensive game plan around his skill set, and I think this offense trusts every decision he makes.
They start the drive with a quick throw to the left side. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Boy, wide receiver screen can be hit or miss. Either receiver finds a nice crease and picks up big yards, or the defense completely negates that. The team speed from the defense here wins that play.
Here's the second down play. Looking to pass. It's Manning. Defense is coming after him. Pusher and drop back at the 8-yard line.
This is exactly how you can slow down the momentum and the rhythm of an offense. You got to get some tackles for a loss and some sacks. This time, they come up with a sack by getting after that quarterback.
So here comes 3rd and long, trying to overcome that sack. This is going to be really difficult. Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. Looking deep downfield to the left. He's got it on the left side for a big gain. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
You got to be careful of creating one-on-one opportunities against this offense. You start to get your safeties down a little bit close to the line of scrimmage, you're going to create one-on-one chances, and this quarterback is good enough to make you pay for it.
The Longhorns line up on 1st and 10 now. They're going to run it. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, this is what I love to see from a defense is the linebackers are scraping, doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
2nd down after that previous play. Actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over him that time.
Just a great play here by the corner. The offense completes the pass, but the corner comes up, makes a form tackle while driving the offensive player back in the process.
Big moment on the opening drive. They face 3rd down. Back to throw. It's Manning. He's running out of time here. Down he goes. It's a sack.
Great call here going that nickel defense, giving you more speed on the field on that 3rd down and long. Nowhere to go. Gave the defensive line plenty of time to come up with that sack. Now it's 4th down and long.
Longhorns will bring their punt team on the field now. Looking to flip the field here. He'll field the punt. The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. Rebels offense comes out for their first possession today. And each offense features a star tight end, Kirk. What an elite matchup of guys who can really hurt defenses in a variety of ways.
When was the last time we did a game where we were excited to watch two tight ends from opposing teams go against each other? But that's what we have today. Both of these guys are elite at their position. Both want to have bragging rights that they're the best in the country. Let's see who can be showcased better than them. Great play call by the offensive coordinator. Outstanding job of executing by the quarterback. With the defense trying to stop the run, the quarterback felt that, made a nice throw to the receiver, and look at this result. Some positive yards.
First down here for this offense. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Caught by the receiver. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Great execution here by this offense against zone coverage with a curl route. Hit that last step in your drop. You see where you want to go with it. Put it right on his shoulder for a first down.
Back-to-back chunk plays to begin the drive. The defense on their heels. Receiver in motion now. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Quick shoot. They make the tackle, but this offense now in scoring position. First down to the 32.
Boy, what a great job of using his speed. Get him on the edge, allow him to be able to pull away from people, pick up big yards, and come up with a nice first down.
That run picks up first down yardage, a fresh set of downs for this offense. Dropping back, it's Simmons. He finds his man, and the defense smothers him for no gain.
Man, the defense was all over that play. Just left him almost no room to work after catching the ball.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. It's a shotgun run call. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play. Third down play now, trying to keep this impressive drive going. Out of the gun now on third down. He's got it in the open. And they get him down to wrap up the first period of play. Getting set for the second quarter here. Both offenses searching for a spark. They didn't do much in the first quarter at all. Getting set here now for the second period. Both offenses looking for some efficiency, for a spark after that opening. Crucial play here to begin the quarter as the offense sets up first and goal. Grab behind the line, it's Toss. Brought down with the completion, moves the ball to the 6. Defense getting pushed back.
The thing about this tight end is he is not only a great blocker, but shows here early in this game he can make great catches as well.
It's second down and goal now for this offense. Quarterback keeps the football. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
Man, this defense can fly to the football as a group. That's great team pursuit. The quarterback a little unsure on whether he should keep it or pitch it, and the defense makes him pay for that with their speed.
Offense moving backwards here, a long way from the goal line now. Third and goal, looking to throw for it. He's got it right near the end zone. And he scores! Touchdown, Rebels!
And I love running backs that can hurt you on the ground and through the air. The defense this time just underestimates his ability to catch the ball, and then the speed afterwards, it's a touchdown.
Here comes the point after attempt. PAT is good, so it's 7-0. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. The Longhorns offense takes the field. The last drive, they came up empty, had to kick it away. Can they come up with something here? On first down, it's play action. Pressure is coming. And he'll just throw that one away to avoid what would have been a sack.
Boy, the quarterback did about everything he could here to wait for that play to develop, and there was just nobody open. It's great coverage downfield, and instead of taking a sack or potentially throwing the pick, he just gets rid of it.
So 2nd and 10 from the 25. Important to get something here to avoid that tough 3rd and long situation. Tight end goes in motion before the snap. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. And the pass is complete to the tight end. So to avoid another punt here in the 2nd drive, they got to convert here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Manning. He's got a man down the middle. Tackle made, but a big play all the way to the 48.
If I'm this defense, you get these guys to 3rd down, you better bracket or double team some kind of coverage rolled to this receiver to take him away. This guy makes another big play.
The Longhorns with 1st and 10 here. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he goes nowhere. Stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Offense now behind the 6 on 2nd down. They need 12 after that 1st down loss. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Here's a quick screen to the receiver. And it'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
It can be hard sometimes in a pre-snap, but if the quarterback can identify the outside coverage, he can avoid these kind of losses. This was just man coverage on the outside, and the secondary pounced on that screen.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a 1st down. Looking for his big tight end. Catch is made down the middle. And moves the football to the 27 and a 1st down.
Well, that's the thing with this guy. You've got the ability to flex him out. He shows his versatility and what he can do from that slot position. He could be the quarterback safety blanket.
The Longhorns look to keep this drive moving. It's the 2-minute timeout of what's been a really competitive game so far. Chance for the offense to take the lead before the break. How aggressive will they be on this 1st down play? Scanning the field, it's Manning. Makes a quick catch. Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
Longhorns looking to cash in the red zone. Here comes a handoff. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss. And they don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Make the stop, but that moves the football to the 16. It'll be 1st down.
I love this unconventional call by the offensive coordinator. 3rd and medium, a lot of times you're thinking about throwing the football, but instead they're able to run the ball with great execution, and they pick up the 1st down.
First snap in the red zone on this drive. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. The sophomore able to bring him down quickly. The timeout is called. Important stage late here in the 2nd quarter. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. Off the play fake, looking to pass it. Launching one to the end zone. He had all day back there before throwing a strike. Touchdown, Longhorns.
Let's go. What a fantastic half we've had here. We talk about a last-minute lead change through the air, and we can only hope the second half's going to be as exciting as this has been.
Kicking team out for the PAT try. And the PAT is good. So the offense gets momentum, scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get his top and preserve that momentum. They'll return it from inside the 5. Gets it to the 25-yard line. That's where they'll start the drive. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. To the air, it's Simmons. Grab down the middle, it's Lee. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half.
It's an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding that window between the zones and delivering the ball on time.
And looking to throw now on first down. Pump over the middle. It's Wallace. The offense will quickly spend the timeout here after the play.
The defense spreads all over the field playing zone, trying to make this quarterback make a mistake by throwing it into coverage. But he finds the soft spot on the curl and picks up a first down.
The offense will now quickly spend the timeout.
You know, not a lot of room there for the quarterback to operate, but he shows some accuracy to be able to make that throw and get some yards.
Looking to pass here on second down. Grab near the sticks. It's Haas. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down.
Well, they told us all week that they thought they had an opportunity to get this tied into football, and here they are early in the game showing that they mean business.
And the Rebels lining up here on 1st and 10. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. The pass rush closing in. And a nice gain there in the scramble. He saw an opening and tried to get there with his legs. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
All right, guys, thanks. Looks like we've had ourselves a very enjoyable first half so far. And that defense has to feel like it just played about as close to a perfect first half as it can play. And who am I to argue? I mean, check out that scoreboard. Bone-crushing hits and an airtight secondary. Feels like they have 12, 13 dudes out there against that offense, which needs a real pick-me-up and fast. Either way, it's time to find out. Back to the best in the biz for the start of this third quarter.
The Longhorns will kick this away to begin the second half. And the kickoff will be returned. And the returner brought down by that coverage team. And the Ole Miss offense is back out on the field. They're looking for some points to jump on top here as we get the third quarter going. Grab down the middle. It's Haas. To get him down, but that's a nice play. Moves the ball to the 33.
But Chris, with this style of RPO, the quarterback has to do a really good job of staying on that ride with the running back to make sure that the defense is really up against the run before he can pull it out and throw the football. Here, it's a little further downfield, but the same result as far as the potential and the big gain coming off of an RPO.
The pickup is 7 yards. Now it's 2nd and 3.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. protection. Really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Handoff here from the shotgun. Fights through the tackler. Tough running to avoid a loss, but just barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
Offense needing to keep this drive alive. It's a third down play. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. They moves the ball to about the 45. That's good for a first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
The Rebels pick up enough yardage to get a first down. The offense with some pre-snap eye candy. Trying to find room. It's Taylor. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, I don't think the offensive line gave the back much of a chance at all. Now, give credit to the defense. It was almost like they were anticipating a run and got up close to the line of scrimmage in a hurry.
Offense behind the 6 now on 2nd and 11 after the 1-yard loss. Looking downfield, it's Simmons. Here's a screen pass to the running back. Muscles past the defender. And he runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
Well, this is great execution here on this screenplay to the running back to pick up big yards in the first down. I think in the process, Chris, they sent a message to the defense. You can rush our quarterback all you want, but when you do, you better be careful because we're going to throw the screen on him.
Completion good for first down yardage for this offense. He makes the grab. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down.
Well, it's hard to be in man coverage when the quarterback has this kind of time to be able to navigate and find the open man. He finds his receiver pulling away from that defender, makes a nice throw and a first down.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Looks right for a quick completion. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Well, anytime an offensive coordinator calls a wide receiver screen, he's trying to get offensive linemen out in front of the receiver to create a wall so that receiver can pick a lane to run through. How about the defense here, though? That's called team pursuit and swarming to the football. They didn't give him any lanes, so not much yards downfield for the receiver.
They bring him down after a gain. Looks like they're spotted inches short of a first down.
The draw is a good way to keep the defensive line in check and use their aggressiveness against them. It can be real effective, even in passing situations, if you mix it in correctly.
They face a third and short on the 9th play of this drive. Can they pick up the first on the ground? They convert on third down now. Sets up first and goal from the 9.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
And the Rebels hoping to punch it in here. They have first and goal. Looking to throw. It's Simmons. Launching one to the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss. And they jump on top during the second half.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. PAT makes it a 7-point lead. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Looks like the returner will try and field this one. He stop at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin at the 19. They're going to run it here. Past the 30. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there.
Was a nice job up front by the offensive line. But give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
So one play moves the ball to the 38. Another first down. And the tailback's got it again. And the tackle is made as time runs out in the third quarter. It's Ole Miss on top. We've reached the end of 3. Time is running out to cut into the lead. Let's take a look at the game sets before we move on. We're set now for the fourth quarter. Who's going to make the crucial plays to take home this W? Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Dropping back, it's Manning. With the catch, it's Moore. Defense able to contain him after that juke, but he picks up a solid gain.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Third down play for this offense. They try to sneak it for the first.
Yeah, that shows you the trust they have in their offensive line in this running game. You get to a third down, just trying to come up with a way to be able to keep this drive alive, keep hope alive that you can come back in this game. You rely on Old Reliable with that offensive line, and they come through for you.
This could be a dramatic finish, marching toward a tying touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Grabbed by the receiver. And they bring him down quickly, but that's a solid gain on the short throw.
Boy, great slant by the receiver. What I love is the quarterback found the window that he wanted to make the accurate throw.
That completion makes it 2nd and short. And the wideout goes in motion. Caught behind the line. It's Moore. The Longhorns keep the football on the move. Longhorns starting a new series here on 1st and 10. Offense looking to throw the ball. Gets made on the out route. Tackled pretty quickly, but that is a decent gain on the throw. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Looking to chuck it again. Makes the catch. It's Moore. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
Boy, this receiver in the slot is giving this defense all kinds of problems. He has another catch on the day. You may want to adjust out, get out of your base, maybe try 5 or 6 defensive backs on the field. Somebody that can match up more athletically against this slot receiver.
Hebe keeps it himself.
You know, even though that these guys are facing a deficit, they're not just going all through the air. Love the fact that you're running the football, keeping this defense honest, not panicking by just throwing every single down. Now you got a new set of downs and a chance to keep moving the ball down the field.
That run, good for a first down. The offense still rolling. The final 2 minutes here, this defense trying to hang on, the offense trying to make a play to win it. Here we go, trailing late in the game here. Serious urgency for this offense right now. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense.
Well, the defense is ready for that one. Good job of being able to hold the edge to this defense, showing the speed that they needed to bring him down. He didn't get back to the line of scrimmage.
Tight game. Final 2 minutes. Can the offense make a play here? And they desperately need it. Looking to throw. It's Manning. Fires it to the wideout. Oh, what a grab! Stop after the catch at the 9, but it's first and goal now. And the offense will wisely spend a timeout after the play. Clock management's going to be very important here in the final minutes. Great chance for the offense to tie the game. First and goal. Pass caught. Can he get in? He makes it to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas.
What a touchdown here with under 2 minutes to go. And the big question now, Chris, is do you kick this extra point to tie it up, or do you go for 2 to potentially take the lead? Either way, the defense still is going to have to go out there and make some plays.
And they'll set up for the PAT. The PAT is up and good, and we are all tied here in the final quarter. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Return starts from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Offense out there for the first play of this drive from the 18. Looking for some space. It's Taylor. Pickup is 5 yards, so it's second down and 5.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Gain makes it second and medium. To throw, it's Simmons. Looking for a man deep down the left side. And it's hauled in. What a catch. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. Let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
It's a quarterback keeper. Slides to avoid the big hit. Defense takes their third and final timeout of the half to talk strategy.
Not exactly the outcome this offense was hoping for here on the option. I'll give them credit, they didn't lose anything, so it wasn't a negative play. But this kind of play's got to be able to hit big and get down the sidelines for big yards.
And it's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense.
Just a tremendous play here by the corner. The offense completes the pass, but the corner comes up, makes a nice form tackle while driving that receiver back in the process.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the first down. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on third down.
I see what the quarterback's trying to do here. He's holding on to that football to the last possible second to give that play a chance. But he held it just a little bit too long. And the defense is able to hit him to force that incompletion.
So on fourth down, it's an all-important field goal attempt. Hold your breath here. And he's made it from 50 yards out, showing off the deep range.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. I'm surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
After the clutch kick to take the lead, now they'll kick it away. The offense still a chance to tie this game if they can drive the field quickly. And he'll bring this out from just inside the end zone. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. Here's the first play of the drive. They'll set up from the 13. Back to pass. It's Manning. Looking for his big tight end. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. That gain is good enough for a first down. Ball spotted at the 42. majestic Rose Bowl, one of the unique settings in all of sport. This year's Rose Bowl presented by Prudential is a crucial part of the college football playoff. Hi, folks, and welcome to this highly competitive matchup as we see the number 7 team in the country, the Texas Tech Red Raiders, taking on the 10th-ranked team, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get right to the action. Team has come on the field now to send this one away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. The Red Raiders offense comes onto the field for the first time today. And Kurt, we've seen this tight end be a lot more than just a reliable target. He has game-breaking ability all over the field.
Yeah, I love watching this guy. He's got a big body, but the skill set of a wide receiver, like you said. So as a defense, what do? Do you put a safety on him, put a linebacker on him? No matter who you put on him one-on-one, he's going to win that one-on-one matchup.
And he's brought down, but there is a penalty marker out there. Let's check out this call. Well, sometimes it's obvious, sometimes it's controversial, but that lineman a little bit too far downfield, and that's a costly penalty. Looking to pass, it's Morton. Big throw, catch made on the out route. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch.
When you throw an out route against man coverage, man, it puts a premium on a receiver who can set up the defensive back to be able to still have room to get to the outside and be timed up with a quarterback. That was great execution.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Pulls it in. It's Hudson. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game.
That's big-time play by the wide receiver. Makes the catch, breaks the tackle, and then gets some yards afterward.
New set of downs for the offense. 1st and 10. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Looking for a gap. It's Joyner. Solid run. Tackled at the 45-yard line.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on 1st down.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Again, thrown out of the RPO. It is complete. He stopped just short of that 1st down marker, inches away from it.
I think it's important to kind of let your quarterback get into a rhythm early in the game. Sure, you'd love to see the big gains, but plays like this allow the quarterback to get settled into the game, find his rhythm, and then he can make the bigger plays later on.
It's a keeper trying to get to the marker.
Well. The old quarterback sneak. Whatever you got to do to keep this drive moving. We've seen them convert in different ways on this drive, and that sneak will keep this defense guessing when they're in short yardage coming up in the future.
The Red Raiders are moving quickly down the field. Dropping back, it's Morton. Snags a quick throw. That's a quick tackle, but they pick up solid yardage on that short throw. It's 2nd down after that completion. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Makes the catch downfield. Tackle made at the 26-yard line. This offense getting closer to the red zone.
The slot receiver can go inside or to the outside. This time he sets the defender up and then works across the middle for the completion.
And the Red Raiders will line up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, looking to throw. He cannot escape. It's a sack.
Well, you got to do a better job with your fake as a quarterback. The defense did not bite at all on the play action, allowing them to continue to come after the quarterback and come up with that sack.
At 1st down, sack a surprise. It moves him back into fringe field goal range. Looking to do on 2nd and long. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. Fires it to the wideout. Wide open downfield. He moves the ball to the 7-yard line. Offense has a 1st and goal now. The Red Raiders line up with a 1st and goal. Offense facing 2nd and goal. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. He fights in for the score. Touchdown, Texas Tech.
And that's a touchdown on the board here early in the game for him. And Chris, intentional or not, look how much time they took off the clock here in the opening quarter. So not only did they get a touchdown, they took the air out of the ball as well.
Lining up to try the extra point. BAT is good. They jump in front, 7-0. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Bringing it out. It's Brown. Coverage team flying downfield. Not much gained on that return. The Tigers offense gets their first crack now. They'll be met by a defensive front that has a couple of impact players on it. They get after the quarterback. They slow the run down. Really a nightmare to block.
Well, these guys are what it's all about. You want to build a great defense? Follow this blueprint right here. Big, strong, athletic defensive linemen. They're game wreckers, and they're lucky to have a couple of them up front. Going to be tough on this offense to try to hold up at the line of scrimmage.
Well, Kirk, Texas Tech has the lead here. And at the end of the first quarter, let's check out the stats so far. Plenty of time for some plot twists here as we begin the second quarter. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Off the play fake, looking to throw. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage. Offense getting set. It's second down. They're going to run it. Back gets the carry. Looks like LSU has the first down.
Chris, I know when we think about LSU, we go back to 2019, Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, that dynamic offense. But at the end of the day, it's still LSU. It's still the SEC. And ground and pound is something they will never move away from. Great job here, and move the sticks.
To the air, it's Nussmeier. It's a quick grab. He's brought down, but not before crossing midfield to the 42.
Well, they knew all week that they would have an opportunity to face a lot of man coverage and a lot of blitzing today. And one way that they felt they could counter that, getting the ball out of the quarterback's hands quickly, and especially on the quick slants for big gains.
LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Anderson. Touchdown, LSU. He broke away and they couldn't catch him.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Extra point try coming now. And there's the point after. recording that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Turner trying to create good field position. They stop at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Red Raiders offense is back out on the field now. Great possession last time. They punched it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? And the senior quarterback off target there, threw it behind him.
That's a misfire there, Chris. This passing game has got to be able to get into sync and find a rhythm.
Incomplete, so it's second down and 10. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. Back to throw. It's Morton. Catch made on the left side. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
Well, this wide receiver has it all. We know about his leaping ability and his speed, but what I've seen today is the precise route running. Another example of it there, and the timing with this quarterback and this receiver is just a thing of beauty.
QB decides to keep it here. They stop him, but it's a first down.
We think about option plays, especially quarterback, when he keeps the ball. A lot of times, it's a big explosive play, but sometimes it's just about getting what you can and keep the drive moving.
It's a solid run, gives the offense a first down and a new set of downs. Quarterback pulls the ball. It's a keeper. They test the middle there, but get nothing.
Man, oh man, was the defense ready for this play. The quarterback just searching for anywhere to go, looking for daylight, but couldn't find anywhere to go in the keeper.
Offense behind the 6 now on 2nd and 11 after the 1-yard loss. Caught in the backfield. It's Douglas. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the marker, inches away.
Well, we're just getting started here, and already you can feel a rhythm between the quarterback and the receiver. Nice job again getting back in the pocket, making a nice, accurate throw to one of his top targets.
Offense breaks the huddle and gets set. It's third down. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout before halftime. Offense looking to keep the drive alive. It's third down. They'll try to run it with the option. Pitch play to the back.
Yeah, I love how the back didn't really dance around trying to make a big play. He knew it's third down in inches, lower the shoulder, get the first down.
They've got this drive going now. They'll be near midfield with a first down. Looking downfield, it's Morton. Short throw complete to the tight end. They're finally able to stop him. The quarterback brings the big man down. Not easy to do with that size difference.
Brings up second down.
Pass caught. Second down now. Here's the snap. Looking to throw. Grab down the middle. It's Carter. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Some really tight windows to throw into for this quarterback with the defense sitting back in zone. But he finds the curl route, and he shows you his arm strength by getting it in there.
And the Red Raiders will have 1st and 10 here. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Grab behind the line. It's Douglas. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play. Second down play coming up. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. The offense will take their first time out of the half. The top strategy here. The Red Raiders looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. Fights into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
I'll tell you what, a screen pass is tough to do, but when executed well, the result is this. Perfectly timed by the quarterback to drop it off to the back, gets the big lineman in front of him, all the way to the end zone for a touchdown.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The extra point gives them a 14-7 lead. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. And here's the return from inside the 5. Gets it to the 25-yard line, and that's where they'll start the drive. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. To throw, it's Nussmeier. From the pocket, delivers over the middle. Timeout is called a tough strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the first down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this first down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for the receiver to have a chance to not just catch it, but eventually get the first.
And completion makes it second and short. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Anderson. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
One thing we know for sure, I don't know as a play caller, you can make that call without a quarterback who can throw it with a big arm. He put that on a rope.
Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Graham down the middle. It's Sharp. They bring him down, but this offense now in scoring position. First down from the 30.
Personally, the defense has got to do a better job of being aware of the tight end over the middle of the field. Quarterback saw him open, made a nice throw.
Looks like one more play here before halftime. Looking to throw it on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Sharp. And he'll be brought down, and that will wrap up the first half of play. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
All right, thanks, guys. And through 2 quarters of ball, it looks like we're in for another fun one here today. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. It's time to throw it back to our guys in the booth to start up the second half.
And the Red Raiders will kick this away to begin the second half. Fields it just outside the goal line. And they've got the returner corralled. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. The running game's really been held in check so far. Let's see if they can get it going or if they choose to pass and try to cut into this lead. Grab down the middle. It's Sharp. Tackle made after a big gain.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
So one play moves the ball to the 41. Another first down. Dropping back. It's Nussmeier. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. They finally tackle him at the 4. It's a solid gain on the pitch and catch.
Boy, just a great job by this quarterback of being able to put this ball up into the air to give his receiver a chance to time that up perfectly for a huge gain for the offense.
Fresh set of downs. 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. He's got it near the end zone. And he's in. Touchdown, LSU.
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. A quick strike to be able to climb back into this football game. Now, can the defense do their job and get a stop and give this hot offense the football back?
Kicking team on now for the extra point. The PAT is up and good, so we're tied up here in the 3rd quarter. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And the coverage team gets the returner to the ground. And the Texas Tech offense back out on the field now. Play action here on 1st down. Punt over the middle. It's Carter. Tackle made, but it moves the ball to the 25 as they try to get this drive going.
How about the tight end going down the middle of the field for a big gain? Quick throw by the quarterback.
High completion, good for a 1st down. The offense working with a new set of downs here. Throwing off play action. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up 2nd down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
Tied up here in the 3rd quarter. These 2nd down and long plays become important as they try to avoid 3rd and long. Scanning the field. It's Morton. Throw to the running back in the flat. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
So it's 3rd and long from the 29. The defense play coverage, a blitz. Back to throw again. They'll take a deep shot. The deep shot is caught for a big gain. Brought down quickly, but a big gain through the air. Ball moves to the 45.
Well, it's 3rd down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another 1st down for this offense.
The Red Raiders pick up 1st down yardage to keep the drive going. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And you'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
So 2nd and 10 here as they try to stay out of 3rd and long here in this tie game in the 3rd quarter. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Grab behind the line. It's Joyner. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
How about the discipline of this defense here on 2nd down? You're anticipating a pass. They've got pretty much everybody covered. And then once the back has the ball, how about the speed to be able to bring him down? Now it's 3rd down.
They're backed up here trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the 1st down. Lets it go quickly. Finds a receiver in the middle of the field. And they get the conversion there. 1st down now from the 33.
Well, you wonder if the receiver adjusted his route to get closer to that 1st down line. Whatever he did, it works. Move the sticks.
And the Red Raiders come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Back to pass. It's Morton. Bringing pressure. And the pass rush finally gets home for a sack.
Well, LSU for years has played a one-gap defense that loves to pin their ears and get upfield. It's a risky defense, and it requires great athleticism on the defensive line, something that they've had forever. Great sack here to keep that tradition alive. But you think back over the years, Booger McFarland and Marcus Spears and Glenn Dorsey and off the edge, Kiki Mingo. Just so many great LSU defensive linemen that can get after that quarterback.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Receiver makes the catch. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
Nicely run slant here by the wide receiver. The footwork created just enough separation for the catch.
They face a 3rd and short on the 9th play of this drive. A pre-snap motion from the offense. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Quick juke to get free. We get to the end of 3. It's been a tremendous competitive battle, Kirk, as we check out some of the stats so far. Let's see how this one unfolds in the final quarter, set to get underway. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. They open the 4th by going to the air. The pass is incomplete. Unclear who the intended receiver was that time. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. Looking to pass. It's Morton. Caught near the goal line. Touchdown, Texas Tech. And they take the lead here in the 4th quarter. Well, the call was sort of predictable, Kirk, but that tight end is just so tough to stop down here in the red zone.
Listen, speaking on behalf of all quarterbacks, you get down into the red zone, you're looking for that big target that you can trust. He's going to run a good route, and he's got a big wingspan to allow you to make a throw up into the air. He can go up and make a catch over most defenders. Really good execution. They come up with 6.
And they'll set up now for the extra point try. PAT is up and good. They lead by a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. Now begin with a quick throw to the left. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
How about this defense? That is called team pursuit. Swarming to this wide receiver on the screen, not allowing him to get his momentum upfield.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? From the shotgun, drops back. Quick throw to his receiver. Catch made in space. Look out. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
So the offense with the 1st and 10 now. The football placed exactly at midfield. Back to throw. It's Nussmeier. Taking a shot deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Great catch when they desperately needed it.
Boy, an easy throw, an easy read, and an easy catch for the touchdown. I thought the receiver might have to call a fair catch. He was so open.
Now the important point after attempt. And that PAT gives us a tie ball game here in the final quarter. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the Texas Tech offense trots back out onto the field now. Looking at throwing here to start the drive. Short pass finds the tight end. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
Now it's second down here. Quarterback drops back. It's an out route, the catch made, and the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
Chris, I think you got to give all the credit to the wide receiver here. Man-to-man coverage on an out route. That is a tough ask. Good inside move on the stem to separate from the defender, and a great throw by the quarterback near the sideline.
Dropping back, it's Morton. A deep shot to the left side. Oh, it's intercepted. A critical late mistake here. Brought down after a short return, but the pick sets up his offense.
Oh, Chris, you're in the fourth quarter. It's a tie game, and you throw an interception. Oh, my goodness. I know it's obvious, but you just got to take care of the football. It's that simple. Now their opportunity to take the lead is lost, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. Gonna run it. It's Durham. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
Great offenses are able to stay ahead of the chains, and runs like that on first down are exactly what I'm talking about. Now you have a lot that you can call here on this second down.
Important second down play coming up. And the quarterback keeps it here. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
Well, not exactly the outcome this offense was hoping for here on the option. They didn't lose any yards, which is great. I think they're definitely looking for more from that play.
So a very makeable third down for the offense from the 29. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Quick completion to the tight end. Takes it out to the 44. That's good for a first down. And the clock has stopped here as we reach the final 2 minutes of play. LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 now. To throw, it's Nussmeier. Receiver makes the grab.
Man, give the defense a lot of credit. You're taking away the elite receiver. That primary target forces the quarterback to find a second or third option. He gets positive yards, but anytime you can take away the big play late in the game, it's going to help you be able to secure victory.
That completion makes it 2nd and medium. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Grab made near the sidelines. Good job keeping the foot in bounds. That'd be enough for a first down.
The defense here went with softer coverage, played some zone. I think the quarterback and the receiver recognized that. Good job of coming back to the football, and the quarterback put it right where it had to be for the first down.
See what the call is on 1st and 10. Takes the handoff, heads to the right. Going absolutely nowhere. It'll be a loss of it.
How about the timing here by the defense to shoot that gap? As an offensive lineman, you have to anticipate that, close that gap off. Otherwise, it could be a long day.
Offense now behind the 6 on 2nd down. They need 12 after that first down loss. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Grab down the middle. It's Anderson. And now the defense will call a timeout before this critical down, just to get everybody on the same page. Important yardage needed on third down here. A field goal try would be from 52. Handing off on the draw play. That's a good effort on the run, but the defense stops him just short of the marker. Fourth down now. And now the defense will call a timeout here to make an adjustment on their side before this crucial play. So on fourth down, out trots the place kicker in a very big spot here. And he's got it from 48 yards out, showing off the big leg.
How about that clutch kick here for the kicker? Gives him the lead. But remember, there's still time up on the clock. This game is not over just yet.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. They'll return it from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here's the first play of the drive where they begin at the 19. Scanning the field, it's Morton. Quarterback finds an open target on the left side. He's brought down after a short gain. That's not going to be first down yardage. Offense will need some big plays to get into field goal range. The clock, a huge factor here. He gets loose. Offense needs points quickly here, trying to dial up some explosive plays. Let's see what they've got called. And he'll drop back here on third down. Makes a quick grab. And a timeout taken by the offense. 18 seconds on the clock.
Well, the quarterback looks so confident there with this throw. Good job up front with the offensive line protecting on a pivotal third down. And anytime you're trailing in a game, you want to be able to convert. So good job by this offense.
And that catch is hauled in. Brought down, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 49.
That defense in a soft zone coverage, pretty easy for the quarterback to recognize that with the curl route. But how about the receiver? The yards after the catch there help pick up the first down.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. You make the tackle, but that's an excellent gain. Moves the ball to the 33. Welcome, everybody, to beautiful Miami and Hard Rock Stadium, site of this year's Capital One Orange Bowl, part, of course, of the college football playoff. Hi, folks, and welcome to this highly competitive matchup that will see the number 8 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the 10th-ranked team, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler here with Kirk Roomstreet. Let's get this thing underway. Return starts from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. So LSU's offense is on the field for the first time today. Let's check out the impact players in this game. For guys that are going to have to step up and deliver. The teammates look to them. Coaches are counting on them today.
Chris, I think these are the guys that show the most consistency, and I think that's why we're showcasing them. And they're going to have to be able to step up and not only make plays, I think provide the leadership. Coaches told us all week that these are the guys that really are unique within this program, and hopefully they play well today.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Caught behind the line. It's sharp. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play. Sets up as a 3rd and 3 here on this opening possession. To the air. It's Nussmeier. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. 3rd and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes. Is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
And at 4th down, they'll punt it away here. And that sets up a return. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. So Oregon's offense takes the field. The first chance we had to see them today. They will go up against a secondary, Kirk, that talks about the no-fly zone. These guys are confident in their ability to just lock down wide receivers and take away the opponent's passing game.
Seems like every year in college football, there's secondaries around the country that want to brag that they have the best group of defensive backs. I think this defense and this secondary specifically has a very strong case with what they have to work with. The question I have is, how will the offense consistently move the ball against this group today?
Second down play coming up for this offense. Looking for a receiver. Caught over the middle. It's Stewart. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker.
Well, it's a game of matchups. Always has been and it always will be, especially on the perimeter. And the quarterback believes his guy is better than their guy.
The offense facing a tough conversion here. 3rd and long from the 42. Dropping back. Looking to throw for the first down. Catch made down the left side. An explosive play. That's enough to move the sticks and give them a first down at the 41.
We'll see if the defense stays in zone after that big play. If they can change things up on this drive and get a little bit more aggressive.
Ducks getting set on 1st and 10. Looking downfield. It's Moore. Grab down the middle. It's low. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
Chris, this guy has a big-time arm. He just zipped the ball in there. You know, you can sometimes show your arm strength in other ways than just bombing it deep.
The Ducks pick up enough to get a first down there. And the quarterback keeps it on the option. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
And it's a nice job by this defense. They saw option. They actually forced the quarterback to pull the ball on the read, and then they corral him for a loss. You could tell they worked hard on that in practice.
Been a really solid drive, but now a challenge here coming up on 2nd and 13. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Caught quickly. Tackle at the 8 after the completion. That's good timing there. Receiver makes the catch and then has some room to run.
Yeah, anytime you're going to run a route like this, you know who needs to get a lot of credit is the offensive line. Because this play takes some time for the receiver to work his way across the field on that drag route. And the quarterback that time had enough time to be able to navigate the coverage and make the accurate throw.
Trying to convert with a sneak.
Well, that's the right call here by the offensive coordinator. Keep it simple. Just go right behind your line, but no push at all. The defense completely stops him there at the line of scrimmage.
So on fourth down, the decision is to trot out the field goal team. So from the left hash, this is just a chip shot. And that kick right down the middle. Can't hit it any better than that. It breaks the scoreless tie here, makes it 3-0.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. Will be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Offense out there for the first play of this drive from the 18. Looking to throw. It's Nussmeier. The receiver makes the catch.
We see this all over the country now in college football. Defensive backs staying back a little bit deeper, forcing the quarterback to have to throw things in front. I like the decision here by the quarterback because he gets positive yards. It's a good way of staying ahead of the chains.
And completion sets up a second down play. He hands it to the back. Breaks loose at the 40. Breaks into the clear. Finally brought down to the 20-yard line. A huge gain puts him in great scoring position. So, Kirk, as we break for the quarter, Oregon has the lead here. Let's check out the stats now through the opening period. They've flipped ends of the field. We're ready now for the second period. So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Quarterback will throw it off the run-pass option. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker.
The slant is a great way to get the ball to your receiver against man coverage, especially if you feel like you've got an advantage on the matchup. Easy throw and completion for the quarterback and receiver.
Here's the second down play. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Makes a quick catch. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards.
You see more and more offenses in college football going to 3 receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out, and you can take advantage of it.
They try to sneak it for the first.
Believe it or not, Chris, there's an art to the quarterback sneak. And when you've got a savvy quarterback who knows how to fall forward and squeeze between his offensive linemen for the first down, short conversion situations become almost like clockwork.
First and goal for the offense. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Launching one to the end zone. Snags the quick throw. He's swarmed by the defense. Solid gain puts him in good position for second down and goal. He tried to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, LSU.
Well, I just love to see an offense finish off a drive. You get inside that 5-yard line, you've got to be able to pound the ball to the goal line and into the end zone. Great job to finish it off.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. Kick goes through, so it's 7-3. Putting up a touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And here's the return from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And that powerful Oregon offense retakes the field. Last time out, they moved the ball well, but had to settle for a chip shot field goal. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down. Play action. He's looking to throw. The sure hands. It's Bryant. They get him down quickly. Not much of a gain in that completion.
Brought down at the 20-yard line. Third down coming up.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Dropping back. It's Moore. And he's going to take a shot down the left side. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. They finally tackle him, but an excellent return after the pick.
Well, for defensive backs, man, they salivate for opportunities like this. Some may only get 1 or 2 a year, and he was not going to squander this chance.
So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Caught over the middle. It's Anderson. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Simple pitch and catch on the drag route. Quarterbacks love these routes because they're short throws. Those yards after the catch kind of pad your stats.
Second down after that previous play. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Looking to set up a screen pass here. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a first down.
A lot of times this can be a tough play to defend because you're so concerned with getting pressure on the quarterback. But here the defense does a good job of coming off of coverage and chasing down the receiver.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We'll see if the offense here can build on this lead before the break. So now it's 3rd and short from the 23. Potential 4-down territory. Let's see what the 3rd down call is. They'll try to run for the first down. That gain moves the ball to the 17. First down.
Chris, it's the consistency of this pack is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
They call the draw play here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, nowhere to go on the inside on that draw. Tried to bounce it, Kurt, but nothing doing.
How about the push there from the middle of that interior, that defensive line? As you said, nowhere for him to go, so he's trying to make something out of nothing. And by going out wide, he puts himself at risk of being chased down by the speed of this defense, and that's what we got, a loss for the offense.
Looking to the end zone, and he's got it! Touchdown, LSU! That's the kind of execution that's built on the practice field for a very precise pitch and catch for a touchdown.
Yeah, when we were out of practice, one thing that really stood out to me about this receiver was his ability to separate with his route running ability. You could see that right there on game day and how that shows up for a touchdown.
Here's the point after attempt.
The kicker is on for the extra point.
And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and to bring the football to the 25-yard line. So here we go. First play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. The timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. Tough spot here. Second and long from their 19. Looking to throw. It's Moore. It's a quick grab. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain. Now the offense will call a timeout here. Something they didn't like about what they saw there. Wanting to make an adjustment for this critical down. On third down, he drops to throw. Oh, they trap him for a sack. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
And they'll kick it away here. And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. So they'll start this drive with less than a minute remaining on the first half clock. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Grab down the middle. It's Brown. He'll be taken down, but he crosses midfield at the 48.
Well, the quarterback has just too much time against this zone. There's not enough pressure. It's allowing him to sit back and pick apart this zone defense.
First down and 10. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Caught over the middle. It's sharp. The offense will call a timeout. That's their second of the half. Offense getting set. Second down play here. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Caught near the sticks. It's Durham. They bring him down, but not before he gains first down yardage.
Yeah, you know this defense has got to be frustrated after giving up multiple conversions now on first downs. There's another one. But for the offense, man, they're just playing very efficiently right now.
So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. To throw, it's Nussmeier. Makes the throw across the middle of the field. They finally make the stop, but a huge gain sets up a first and goal. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. So just before halftime here, out comes the field goal unit. They'll set up at the right hash mark for this chip shot. And it sails right through the middle of the uprights. Solid kick. And they add to their lead. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Fellas, by the looks of things, we've had one enjoyable first half in Springfield. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And on that note, time to throw it back to our guys at the stadium.
Kickoff team out there now to get this second half underway. And it's fielded. Returner trying to make something happen. He tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the powerful Ducks offense retakes the field. The ground game ineffective in the first half. Let's see if they stay patient or look to open up with the pass game. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays, but the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their finesse, quickness, and ability to make guys miss in the middle of that field.
Play action fake, looking to throw. Nice grab. It's Moore. Stopped right there at the line. No gain.
You know, what separates good defenses from great defenses is you're going to give up some catches. But what do you do after the offense makes the reception? Are you giving up much space? Are you giving up yards after the catch? Here, just a really good job by this defense. Yeah, they gave up a reception, but right there to make a nice tackle for a loss.
Back to pass. It's Moore. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. And he'll pick up the first down, stopped at the 27.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Grab down the middle. It's Bryant. They stop him out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield.
It's really good timing here between the quarterback and the receiver. And how about the receiver downfield? Does a nice job of finding that open space in the zone of the defense. And as a defense, you're just basically throwing your hands up in the air because they had that covered relatively well. Just a good play call and good execution.
Looking to throw again. Looked over the middle, but it's incomplete.
From the snap of the ball, it looked like he knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football. But the guy just had him blanketed, and he still tried to get the ball squeezed in there. Like he's got to do a better job of working through his progressions to find that open man.
After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 42. And he's back to throw again on 2nd and 10.
Swarmed with a pass rush, a sack. Chris, what a shot, right? Come to an LSU game and you see a defensive lineman overwhelm an offensive lineman and come up with a big sack. When was the last time you didn't see LSU have defensive linemen who can make life difficult for quarterbacks and offensive linemen? Because I can't. They always have big boys who are athletic to make life difficult in that backfield.
So here comes 3rd and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. Delivers quickly to the left side. That's reeled in. It's Moore. He'll be brought down to the 46. Good enough for a first down.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. And keep this drive alive right here.
Still searching for their first touchdown of the game, but on the move now. It's 1st and 10. Looking to pass. It's Moore. The sure hands. It's Moore. They make the tackle, but that's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 34.
This defense has got to be aware of these quick throws to these wide receivers. They're lucky he didn't come up with more yards.
And the Ducks begin a new series here, 1st and 10. Send the back in motion. First down, looking to throw the ball. Pulls it in. It's Bryant. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down. The Ducks are in the red zone. Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. Looks to the left, and it's complete. Touchdown, Oregon! Strong game by this quarterback. They were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and they reached the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
See if they can convert the point after.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
Extra point good. They trail now 17-10.
That makes the score.
We got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Fields it just outside the goal line. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. For the first play of the drive, they'll set up at the 16. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Across the 30. First down, they'll keep the drive going to the 37. They trust the left side of that offensive line and come up with a huge play on the ground.
Yeah, your favorite, Chris, there. The old pin and pull there to the left side. Great blocking on the left side, able to create a great push. Nice crease, and the back found that with the vision and picks up some big yards for that first down.
Quarterback still with the football. Slides down to avoid the tackle.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You've got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. Tackle after he makes the first down as the seconds tick away here in the third quarter. It's LSU on top as we take a break for the quarter. Sitting in pretty good position as we wrap up the third quarter. Let's check out the game stats so far. One quarter to go. Let's see if this sets up as a classic finish. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Tailback takes the handoff again. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
That is called gap integrity. Nice job by this defense of taking away that inside run and then using their speed as the back tried to bounce that to the outside. There's just no room to run.
Didn't expect to lose 4 on the first down run. Set up now 2nd and 14. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Looking for the wideout. Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. They get him down, but not before he gets to the plus 38.
But a big part of the reason, Chris, we've seen this offense be able to build a lead is because of the way they've mixed up the run with the pass. Back-to-back plays, positive yards. I love that they're keeping an aggressive mindset, even working with a lead.
Caught over the middle. It's sharp.
This is what makes the RPO so difficult to defend if you have a quarterback who can read it. It's that old argument, which guy has the chalk last? Well, with a quarterback that can read it like that, the quarterback has the chalk last. He reads that they're up, makes the throw in the quick slant, gets some really good yards.
Getting set. Here's second down. Chewing clock with the running game. He'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Offense lines up. This is the 7th play now in this drive. Receiver in motion now. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Jukes to get free. Breaks a tackle on the play and makes a decent gain.
I love this little touch pass call. It stretches this defense out, puts a lot of pressure on the defense to have to contain and get wide, and it can open up so many different aspects of the offensive playbook.
LSU has moved into the red zone. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. They face a 3rd and short on the 9th play of this drive. Hebe keeps it himself. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. LSU getting set for the 1st and 10 coming up. Takes the handoff. It's Durham. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Been a really productive drive, but the loss there now makes it 2nd and 12. He keeps it. QB draw. Run it up the middle, but stuffed for no gain.
Well, that's the drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to this big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout as this offense tries to work the clock and preserve this lead. Offense comes up trying to grind down the clock and secure the W. To the air, it's Nussmeier. Grab down the middle, it's Brown. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play.
Boy, what an incredible job here by this defense on third down. Now to set up a pivotal fourth down play. Question is, does the offense go for it and be aggressive, or do they punt it away and trust their defense to get a win?
So on fourth down, here comes a crucial field goal attempt. The field goal is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. He's going to return it from near the goal line. Returner tackle right there. That's where they start the drive. Here's the first play of the drive. They'll set up from the 13. First down. Looking to throw the football. That's caught. It's Hughes. Offense getting set. It's second down. And he drops back in the gun. Quick throw over the middle. Oh, he makes the catch. Now here he goes. At the 10. And they bring him down at the 5. Solid game, though, on the completion.
This is what's so dangerous about this offense, Chris. They have the ability to put the ball in the air downfield and really stretch those safeties back. This time they hit it for a big gain.
Just line it up with first and goal. Back to throw. It's Moore. The pocket breaking down. Motors all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks.
Chris, they did what they had to do with this touchdown here. Now with under a minute to go, you got to get that onside kick to give yourself a real shot.
Now the try here for the extra point. PAT up and good to get a little bit closer. Formation would indicate they're going to try the onside kick here. On the hands team does their job and secures the recovery. So the job is simple here. Just take a knee, run out the clock, and begin the celebration.